It's Hololive time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the figma number 565. It's Shirogane Noel from Holofantasy. As you all know, by now, you should know, I'm a big fan of VTubers and Hololive in general. So I'm ecstatic, excited, super duper happy to get my hands on the fluffy meat-headed knight all muscle, which has... Even if you're not a fan of VTubers, I think Hololive stands out by having some of the most amazing designs, and this one is a big, cute knight, so let's have a look at the figure.
ねえ、ね君が押してくれると嬉しいな。
I gotta be honest, I don't really know of this one. But well, first, before we even get into the detail, let's have a look at the size. She stands about a little over 14 centimeters to the top of the head, which means we are going up to, this is like almost 5.5 inches tall. Size comparisons. Here's Jalter. Figma Holofantasy. So far we're missing Houshou Marine. All of my Hololive pop-up parades and Nendoroids so far. Naka Michelangelo. The SH Figure Arts Son Goku, the 1000 Toys Master Chief, Figma Doomslayer, Futo P, Joker Cyclone, and the Bandai Salamander's Intercessor, and Darkseid.
Power! あ、お姉さん。あ、
So, overall look and detail. First and foremost, the hair. I hate it. It's boring, it's plain, it's just a single color. And on the original model, you have so much detail going on in the hair, which I think is one of the highlights, actually. Not even trying to joke about it, but the hair really pops so nicely on the model. But this is just a flat color, no dry brushing, no nothing going on. So you get a 0 out of 10 on that one. Well, I mean, the mold's great. I love how it kind of cradles around the neck. Then we have her little crown, which once again is just kind of slapped on there. It's not really integrated into the hair, so it just floats around. It's crooked, that's by design. That's how the character looks. And then we have the beautiful eyes. Always talk about the eyes. You have like a little twinkle on the top of it. A shy smile, and we're getting right down to the milk, the boba. Also do have the mole on top of that, nice attention to detail to that. And as you probably can tell already, there's a lot of problems with the black paint, a lot of bleeding, and basically all throughout the figure, all the belt buckles have bleeding, especially also in the back, you can tell. Now, again, these are issues. Once you look at the figure from afar, you're not really going to notice it, but at the price point, and considering how clean the latest releases were, I'm really disappointed in that one. So then for the armor, we have a nice metallic look on it with some gold. Got the symbol printed on there, and we got some more going down to her big beefy arms with the muscle. Got the muscle in there. I think this one's just printed on there because it's not as bleedy as the rest of it. And we have some belt buckles and the mace. Also, the connection of the mace is not great. Well, it stays in there right now. Oh, actually. Before, I was just moving it around a little bit and the mace kept falling out. So that's also a thing. Got the pouch on the other side, and let's go back. Yeah, okay, there it goes. Let's go to the back. You have 3 pieces for the cape, the rope, whatever you want to call it. It's not really a cape, it's more like an extension of the dress, whatever. And speaking of dress, it's pantsu time. It's just a white pantsu, but looking under here for the speck of paint over there, first and foremost, a decent butt and the thighs of a knightly goddess, which do the little curve on the stockings over there. You know what I'm talking, guys. Guys, you know what I'm talking. As we move down to the knee pads and the boots, which, once again, all of that for the gold and the blue, most of it looks very clean. And I love how it pops since it's metallic. I wish they would have done, would have put some more attention to detail in the head sculpt, the hair sculpt in general. But, I mean, there's some good and there's some bad here.
おつぱいを見ると来た来た来た来た、そうそうそう、いいねー。あ、好き。
For your articulation, first and foremost, the head is fairly limited, but that's because of the hair. They didn't really leave any room in the back, as such, it's always kind of hunched over a little bit like that. Goes forward and not really to the back. Does tilt side to side, and you can bring it all the way around. For your shoulder articulation, they made these weird extendable joints, which, I mean, it functions. So you have still the ball hinge that has a long peg, and you have the ball joint in there, but you can't pull this entire part out. Then, however, it retracts on the other side, so it's really weird. I don't... Yeah, I guess you get some more out of it. If you pull it all the way out, it also looks ugly and then just disconnects. This end isn't even a ball. Well, since we're at it, we're gonna have a better look at it. We got a better look at it. But still, I want to highlight the ball hinge in there, and you can also rotate it. Let's see how much forward it goes. Still a decent amount. That's not too shabby. You have a swivel. I don't know if it's an intentional swivel in there, because it's fairly stiff, but you kind of have somewhat of a bicep swivel. And then you have the simple ball hinge in the elbow, and another ball hinge in the hand, so we can bring that up and down, and also can be swiveled around. The chest area is fairly nimble considering the big boba. You can tell it's hollowed out over there, so that's pretty good. Can you shift it? Yeah, you can shift it back and forth, side to side, and also goes all the way around without any problems. And since it's hollowed out over there, and they left a lot of room under the boba, you're not going to scratch your paint, which is another plus. La plus. Still waiting on that one. But anyway, going back to the rope. So you have the ball hinges on two sides and another one in the middle. So you can bring that out side to side. Bring that all the way up for some battle poses. And also, once again, just rotate a little bit to the side. As for the legs, well, the entire hip part, we obviously don't have anything on the lower half over here. They could have done another joint for the torso parts that connects the hips. Well, you do kind of have that, but not really good. So you can rotate that around. The skirt is cut up and it is soft plastic. Wow, talking is hard. Then we move the leg up, move it out to the side, and also goes to the back. We have another, well, also you can rotate the legs on the ball joints in there. Nothing special. You have another swivel down on the stockings, and then you have a simple ball hinge in the knee and another small ball hinge in the knee pad, so you can bring that up and down, and also has a tiny bit of rotation side to side. As for the foot, it is another ball hinge in there, so you can bring that up and down, and it does tilt side to side. Everything in this figure is fairly solid. I'm just looking at the ankles. They still hold the pose. But yeah, no complaints about solid joints. Those are pretty good. For your accessories, let's get the standard out of the way. You got the Figma base, which, every Figma ever has this. Well, except the old ones don't have this top part, but you can take this off if you want to. But for the rest of it, it's a base, it's solid, it gets the job done, and the figure has a hole in the back. So you can put it in there, so it's not wobbly. Also, you do get the Figma bag to store your accessories in there. You have also Figma instructions, but that's really irrelevant because I'm telling you everything you need to know, I hope. And we got the mace. I haven't had a look at it, but yeah, I wanted to save that for the accessories because it looks really good. I love the metallic on there, and the black really works very nicely together, and it's a great looking piece. Then we have sunglasses. This is like just a front hair piece with sunglasses on there. It looks clean. Once again, the hair could be painted better. Then we got two faces, the angry face and the happy smiling face. And also, well, there's like the replacement pack for when your wrist breaks off. Not your wrist, the figure one. For the hands, we have these standard kind of holding hands for the mace and a fist hand, but we have a bunch of different hands. First and foremost, we have this one, which has a ring on it. I think Flare also had one of those, so they're matching. We have a rattle all in the cow design because of the big milkies on the figure. You got a beef bowl, which doesn't have a hard connection, it's just a soft connection. Tends to pop off, but at least we got that. And you got some rice in there and the meat on top of it. But if you don't want to display it with all the meat, you can just take it out and have a regular ass bowl. Then we have the what's this called again? A baby bottle. Baby bottle, still same design as the rest of it. If my camera would focus, thank you very much. Hand, this time is hard connected, which I like. And finally, we do have some chopsticks, so you can eat your beef bowl.
いい感じ感じ。いやーなーこれ。
Final thoughts. This is a tough one. So, quality control is the name of the game. I even like found out like this. There's some scratches on this side, like a little bit. Can barely tell on the camera, but there's some blue on the white. And overall, I mean, paint job could be way better. I hate the bleeding. Some of the lines just kind of like really going back to it. Looking at some of it on the dress, it's not great. And at the price point, you would expect a little bit more. The paint on the hair sucks, or lack thereof. The crown could have been integrated better into the hair. Other than that, I mean, for the articulation, it's mostly standard, and they did keep all the detail in the figure. There's not really anything that I feel is wrong. Maybe the shoulder pad could be a little bit bigger, but I feel like that's nitpicking. It certainly does look like Noel. But does it look like a great Noel? No. It's just kind of in the middle. I'm just like, generally speaking, the figure still looks nice, and I don't want to crap on it too much, but god damn it, the issues with it are so annoying. And I don't know what's going on. Like, is Figma on the downward slope again? Because I feel like always, like, it goes up, things get better, and then just kind of like, we're back to the bleeding. We're back to all these issues that I don't want to look at. Not at the price that I'm paying for it. So, recommend it if you're a fan of Noel, if you're a fan of the design, but be aware of the quality control issues. I've seen some other copies by people posting it online. Bleeding seems to be a common issue, so, you know, cross your fingers that yours doesn't have as much bleeding or whatnot, but still, the figure's good, but it just could be better. And that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Shirogane Noel wants.
来たけど何どこ行った？半分削ったよどこ？どこ？ね何？ふわふわ来た来たね100回目で来た半分何？なんだ？